I've been married to this man for 22 years. Kicked me, broke ribs, dragged me across the house and knocked me to the floor. I can't even count how many times he did that. On and off through the years, he beat me. He slammed my head in trunks. He broke my finger. He was terribly abusive in front of my children. It didn't matter. At the time, I had other children by another marriage. I was divorced when he met me. And they were young. They were 6, 8, and 10. And the oldest one moved back out because the violence in the home was so bad. And my youngest son and my daughter stuck with me. But my youngest son would actually sleep outside my bedroom door, so if he heard anything going on, he could interfere or knock, or, he was only 6. So this went on for years, the abuse, mental abuse.
At the age of 19, I was in an abusive relationship, close to 3 years. You think it's all love, the calling, the texting, and then a drastic change. My daughter used to tell me how she was scared, she was ready to leave, she didn't want to stay. She began to wet the bed. She began to have nightmares. My daughter was able to see me hurting, physically, mentally, emotionally. My daughter was able to see the bruises. She was even able to help me wipe up the blood. She was nervous. She was shaking. She wouldn't look with her head up. She wouldn't tell me how she feel anymore. If she was happy or she was sad, if she was mad, as if she didn't have a voice. But things got better. And it's all because of the Family Sunshine Center. They've helped me out tremendously. My daughter now is able to talk when she needs to. She walks with her head up. She's better.
Domestic violence is a pattern of behaviors used by one partner to maintain power and control over the other partner. 1 in 15 children will be exposed to domestic violence each year. Children who are exposed to domestic violence may have increased anxiety, be more isolated, have trouble socializing with others, trouble sleeping, trouble in school, more irritable, inability to express emotions in an appropriate way. They may act out in anger as well because they're not sure how they're supposed to act. Children who witness domestic violence are 3 times more likely to engage in violent behavior than children who are not exposed to domestic violence. They are also more likely to be in a domestic violence relationship themselves, both as the perpetrator or the victim. Other long-term effects is it affects your health growing up. You're more prone to having serious health problems than a child who isn't exposed to that trauma. If you know a child has been exposed to domestic violence or you have concerns, talk to them, let them know that it's okay to talk about this stuff, that it doesn't have to be a secret. Get them help, get them a counselor, just be a supportive ear for them. And if there's any risk to their safety, to please call DHR. We don't know what's happening to the kids when they are at home, what that night looked like the day before. They may be sleeping in class because they were up all night from hearing their parents fighting. They may have been pulled out of bed themselves. They may be trying to protect their parent from the other parent during the abuse, so they may have bruises from that as well, or just really fearful, not able to concentrate when they're at school, worried about what happened at school or what's going to happen when they get home that day. So trouble concentrating, maybe not getting their homework done, not adequate sleep, maybe not food that night. Although domestic violence does have a large impact on children, they're also resilient. Children can heal from witnessing these traumas and experiencing these traumas. We use different coping skills. We use just talking to the children, letting them know that this doesn't have to be a secret. We can get them to a better place. If you're in need of immediate assistance, you can call the Alabama Crisis Line number, which is 800-650-6522. You can also go to FamilySunshine.org to receive further information.